Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm starting this a little early because I actually had other stuff planned. I want to have everything set up with my camera and all that, but I decided to make a video today because I saw this story, right? And the story just bugs me, right? It pisses me off that somebody who's supposed to be, well, you know what, let's just get into it, right? So Don Lemon suggested to blow up the entire system, right? Now I thought he meant just blow everything up because that's how these Democrats and mainstream media people think is, oh, well, we don't get what we want, burn it all down, right? Well, that's wrong. Instead, what he's saying by blow up this entire system is the Electoral College, right? But let's get into that. CNN's Don Lemon suggests to blow up the entire system. The minority in this country get to decide who our judges are and who our president is. Is that fair, he asks. Yes, it is. Trump won. Fucking deal with it. Right? I'm so tired of these people complaining. He won. He won. He won in 2016. It is now 2020. And they still cannot accept that he won. Because I don't know why. Because they're delusional. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, Don Lemon should be bowing down in front of Trump because Trump made CNN's career. I mean, he saved CNN from tanking. Right? CNN anchor Don Lemon suggested on Monday that radical change is necessary in order for the majority to have a bigger say in government. During his nightly handoff with primetime colleague Chris Cuomo, who I don't like him either. I mean, I don't like anybody who lies about having coronavirus for fucking political reasons and for money. I mean, you're a piece of trash, right? Lemon floated a solution for the masses who are disenfranchised by both parties. We're going to have to blow up the entire system, Lemon said. I don't know about that. Cuomo reacted, who argued that Americans just have to vote. See, at least he understands, right? At least Cuomo's semi kind of educated on how the government works. I understand you can work on a news station like this and not know how the government works or be ignorant to how everything happens, right? You're going to have to, you know what we're going to have to do? You're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College because the minority in this country get to decide who our judges are and who our president is. Is that fair? Okay, so let me ask you a question, Mr. Lemon. You get rid of the Electoral College, right? Do you know what they do? They protect these smaller states to make sure that the politicians go there and talk to these states and actually be like, hey, you know what? We're going to focus on your problems too. That's why we're here. We're here to win your vote. So you know that we care about you, right? Because without the Electoral College, these smaller states like, well, pretty much any state that's not California or New York isn't going to matter, right? Like, Delaware is small. I think they have what? I can't think off the top of my head. But anyways, I'll deal with that later. But I mean, these smaller states aren't going to matter. They're not going to matter because why would the politicians go out to a state that pretty much has no say in what they do? California has 33 million votes, right? They're going to focus on California. They're going to focus on trying to win California. And I'm sorry, but as we know, California is blue. There are some red factions in there, but chances of a Republican ever winning California, never going to happen, which also brings me to another point. You get rid of the Electoral College, you're never going to see another Republican president because California and New York are both strong blue. They're never going to vote red. I mean, maybe they will. Who knows? Maybe they will this year because how trash these Democratic leaders are because, the shit they're pulling. But what's stopping the Republicans from winning? And that's it right there. You get rid of the Electoral College where all these little states, where these states, matter, where our votes matter. Well, you take it all away. Why bother voting? Why would I bother voting if I know for a fact that, the person I don't agree with is going to win because he's got, or he or she has California and New York already set in the bag, right? To me, that sounds like it's cheating. It sounds like it's cheating. And to be fair, it's been what, 4 years, 5 years of honestly the Democrats cheating with Russiagate, and in the 2020 didn't bring out how corrupt the Democratic Party is, and I don't know what can, because I'm sorry, but 2020 has brought up the fact that the Democratic Party is extremely corrupt, and all they care about is power, right? And this right here proves it. Let's continue. You need a constitutional amendment to do that, Cuomo replied. And if Joe Biden wins, Democrats can stack the courts. Right there. Stack the courts. And they could do that amendment and get it passed, Lemon shot back. Now, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means if they stack the courts, which they've already said they want to stack the courts anyways. That means they're going to stack the courts with judges who agree with them. And that means any subject that ever gets brought up, they're going to win. There's never going to be an opposition. And I'm sorry, but to me, that doesn't sound like a really good place I want to live. Why would I want to live in you know what that is? Dictatorship, where the people have no say. The government has all the control, right? There's going to be no checks and balances because, like I said, Republicans are never going to win if they get rid of the Electoral College and they stack the courts. A Republican's never going to win. You're going to have all these stupid leftist Democratic policies, which to me are trash. I mean, California and New York are literally garbage states, right? I'm sorry, but I don't want my country to be a shithole like California or New York or Oregon, for that matter. Why would anybody want that? Why would anybody want their country to turn into a shithole like these 3 states, right? And no, I'm not sorry for calling those 3 states shitholes, because that's exactly what they are. Any state that is so far gone with, I don't know about Oregon, but like California's homeless situation, terrible. New York's terrible. And what do? Let's ship them off to other places. Where's all the money go? I'm getting way off topic here. Back to the actual reason I started this whole video is, just them court stacking. Like, see, and we know it blows my mind. Somebody who's supposed to know all this stuff or supposed to, research this, he's a moron. Don Lemon's an idiot. He really is. He's just either that or he's just an ignorant piece of shit who doesn't care as long as he makes money, as long as he sits up on the ivory tower to watch all the people underneath of him struggle. He doesn't care. And that's me. That's me. That's all politics is. Right? That's why I voted for Trump in 2016, because he had money. And he actually showed that he gave a fuck about us. He shows that he gives a fuck about me now. He's been the same since 2016. He hasn't changed. Now his demeanor's changed, which I like a little bit, right? Because he's actually settling into how president should be. But the Democrats have changed 40, 50 times. They've been trying to cheat. It just, how anybody could support this, I just don't understand. The Democrats can stack the courts. There will never be another Republican president, or there'll be, for Republican anything at that point, Republicans and conservatives are probably going to disappear, because how could you not? Right? And then we go to this other one that was posted yesterday for the Washington Post. Packing the Supreme Court is a horrible idea. Democrats must reject it. Democrats are understandably furious and fearful over the likelihood that President Trump and Republican-controlled Senate will replace, Ruth Bader Ginsburg with a conservative. That does not justify packing the Supreme Court with progressives in a relation. Okay, and this right here, this is Trump's duty. This is his job as president. If a seat opens, he is to fill that seat. Yes, I understand the election is 45 weeks away, and it is going to be kind of quick for him to do it. But say, all right, here's the scenario, right? The election happens, Trump wins, then Joe Biden wins, right? Joe Biden comes out and says he wins because mail-in votings are going to put him over the edge, which is going to happen because they're going to be cheating. But anyways, so say that happens, right? Then you go to the Supreme Court. Now, there's 9 people on the Supreme Court, right? That's how it's supposed to be. Checks them out. That way there's nothing even. Well, what if it's 4-4? 4 vote for Biden, 4 vote for Trump. What are you going to do? If you don't have that seat filled, what are you going to do? Now, some people say that Mike Pence is supposed to fill, Mike Pence is supposed to be that last vote, but I don't know. To me, that sounds really one-sided because, of course, they're going to vote for the president, right? But let's continue. The judicial branch's primary virtue, and the reason it is a separate branch of government, is that it is non-political. The separation of powers preserves liberty because it prevents those who make the laws from applying them. Independence of the judiciary is perhaps the single most crucial innovation of modern liberal democracies. Virtually all tyrannies insist that judicial power be subject to the will of the government because they know that tyrannical power ultimately rests on force, and that means killing, suppressing, or imprisoning their enemies. This sentence right here is perfect. I'll tell you what. A government that has no opposition, that can pass anything they want, do whatever they want because they have the power, is not a democracy, right? That is a dictatorship. It's a dictatorship. They have all the power. You have to do what they say. You can't oppose them without getting in trouble, right? Stuff in the courts means they're going to have all the power and they're never going to give it up. And again, I'm sorry, I don't understand. I don't understand who wants to live like that. Who wants to live to where you have no say? I mean, it's already starting to happen right now. Our freedom of speech is being taken away. They're already trying to get rid of it. And this right here, this will seal the deal. This will seal the deal. People don't realize this. Your freedom of speech will be gone. You won't be allowed to say what you want to say without getting in trouble. And that, to me, pisses me off more than anything. Because I like our First Amendment. I like the rights we have. I like our freedoms. I like how I can go out, tell somebody, fuck you, and nothing happens, right? Sure, they'll be mad, but I can go out there and say that. You want to go out to Trump and call Trump a piece of shit? You have the right to do that. You can tell the president, fuck off, without getting in trouble. And I'm just so sick of it, man. And this is what pisses me off the most. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm an independent who's had to sit here for 4 years and read the bullshit and be, stuffed fake news all the time on, oh, Trump is so bad. Oh, the Democrats are the right key. Really? All you gotta do is watch something that Trump does, and you see that the news is completely lying. But people don't do that because they're I'm getting way off base, but they don't do that because, oh, well, I saw it in the news or I saw it on Twitter, so that's good enough for me. Because they're fucking ignorant. They're ignorant fucking assholes who think that just because they read something, it's true. Man, it's really got me heated. But it always does. And whenever it comes to something like that, to where our rights and the way you want to live your life is threatened, it does. It pisses me off. And like I said, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. I'm an independent who loves our country, who wants to see the person down the street have the best life they can, live the way they want to live without being told how to do it. And this right here, stacking the courts and, Don Lemon suggests blowing it all up, that's fucking bullshit. That comes from somebody who's so high up on the food chain that you don't have to worry about what's going to happen. I'm a normal person. I work a normal job. I pay normal bills, right? I know what it's like to be normal. Most of these politicians are so high up on their fucking tower that they don't care. You got the Pelosi's, the Schumers, Even Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, they're also high up on there too, right? So it's not just them, it's Republicans too. You have these politicians who are so high up there, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. All they care about is being in power so they can make the most rules. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Packing the court would de facto end the independence of the American judiciary. It would establish the norm that when the opposition controls a majority of the court, it is legitimate for the ruling party to add as many members as necessary to ensure that the government's friends control it. And there it is right there. There's another one. It is legitimate for the ruling party to add as many members as necessary to ensure that the government's friends control it. Right there. No political party should control 100% of the government. Now, if it happens, it happens, right? It's bound to happen. It's going to happen. But if it's going to happen, let it happen the correct way, where we vote. Where we vote for who we want in there. And stop trying to cheat. There's also nothing to prevent the government from adding multitudes of new judges to appellate and district courts to remedy perceived imbalances. Every judge would thus know that their controversial rulings would never last. The reigning government would immediately reverse them by stacking the courts with new members. The rule of law would be gone as we know it. I'm going to add something here. It doesn't matter. If Democrats win and they do this, there's never going to be a different political party in the president, in the government at all. You will never see another Republican president if the Democrats stack the courts. It's never, because they're going to get rid of the Electoral College. And like I said, beginning, all these other states, like my state of Ohio, Pennsylvania, they're not going to matter. They're not going to care about us. They're going to worry about California, New York. I think Texas is a big one, right? They're going to worry about the big states that have pretty much the biggest amount of people. And they're going to forget about the little states, and those little states are going to be in disarray. And they're going to break down. Because what's going to happen is these bigger states are going to need something, and they're just going to take it from every other state. That's what the electoral college does. When I said it protects these smaller states, it protects these smaller states to make sure that they keep what they have. Because the politicians go out and they're like, hey, this is what I'm going to do for you because I understand you need this. Oh, hey, you need this. Well, you vote for me, I'm going to try to get you that, right? You vote for me, I'm going to work for you. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of sitting here reading day after day just the bullshit that comes with it. And like I said, this is not the first video. I did not plan on this video being the very first one to start, right? But I just can't stand how idiotic Don Lemon is and how idiotic this whole year has been for the stupid shit that's going on. So if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Now, I understand a lot of people aren't going to like it because I've been I've been saying a lot of stuff that's going to make people mad, but you know what? I don't care. Long has been a day since I've really cared what anybody's thought, right? We're 43 days into an election. And it just seems more and more like the Democrats are trying to cheat. And they will cheat if they win. And I'm sorry, but that's just not a place where I want to live. Right? I don't want to live where I'm told how to live my life. I don't like being told now how to live my life. You think I'm gonna like it if that happens? No, never gonna happen. So like I said, with that being said, I'm gonna end this segment. It went a lot longer than I really wanted to, but if you like what I say, leave a like, subscribe, share it, leave a comment. If you don't like what I say, still leave a comment. Let's talk about it. I have no problem sitting down talking with people. And with that, I hope all you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.